everybody. Today we are going to discuss the brand new proclamation that came out June 22nd and is going into effect June 24th. I have been receiving a lot of emails and calls trying to understand what is going on, and hopefully I can shed a little bit of light on this and how it may impact your immigration filings or future plans of filings. So the proclamation that came out June 24th did two things. It first provided an extension on a prior proclamation that came out April 22nd for immigrant visas. So I have another video that talks about the first half, but I want to focus this video specifically on the second half of it, which pertain to non-immigrant visas. The second part of the proclamation is a suspension and limitation on entry into the United States based on certain non-immigrant visa categories. So in order to know how it impacts you, we first need to know, what is a non-immigrant? A non-immigrant is somebody who is a foreign national, meaning they are a citizen or a resident of another country, and they are seeking admissions into the United States for the purposes of staying temporarily. So that could be someone who is coming just to visit, someone who is coming for work, for school, coming to seek medical treatment, whatever the case may be. They are coming for a specific time to do a specific thing, and then their intention is to go back to whichever country that they are a resident of, but they're not seeking admissions into the United States to stay. Okay, so we know that that's the category that this is talking about, but specifically within that category, we are looking at non-immigrants who are seeking work visas, right? Because Trump's administration feels as if they allow foreign nationals to come into the country to work, that's taking away work from U.S. citizens or from lawful permanent residents that are already residing here. When it comes to those who are impacted, those individuals who are located outside of the United States, so meaning they're not physically located here, but that they are out and seeking admissions to come in, right? It's also for those who are outside and don't currently hold a valid non-immigrant visa to come into the United States as of the date this proclamation goes into effect, which is June 24th. So as of June 24th, an individual is located outside of the US and they do not hold a valid work non-immigrant visa, nor do they hold a valid travel document, then this restriction applies to them, right? So there are three categories that fall within the scope or this new rule. And the first one being the H-1B, H-2Bs, and by way the H-4 visas, right? So the H-1B visas are typically for those who have specialized skill or knowledge. The H-2B visas are for non-agricultural labor or services, and the H-4 visas are the spouses. The second category are the holders of the J visa. Now the J visa, as stated within the proclamation, applies to interns, trainees, summer work trips, camp counselors, teachers, and those who would have accompanied the holder of the J visas are also impacted. And the third category are the L visa holders. So that can be the L1A and the L1B. So the L visa applies for companies that are located outside of the United States. So the L1A would be for the executives and managers. The L1B would be for those who hold specialized knowledge. So those are the three categories that are impacted. Now, if you or your loved one falls within that category, you're probably thinking, are there any exceptions? What do I do? So within the proclamation itself, there were exceptions that were stated. Those who are lawful permanent residents are exempted, right? So this rule does not impact their standing or impact them. spouses or children of United States citizens. And children specifically are unmarried and under the age of 21. This also does not apply to individuals who are outside of the United States, but are seeking admissions into the United States to help with our food supply chain. The last category is a general catch-all category. There are individuals that the counselor feels would be in the best interest of the states to allow entry. And that is honestly at their sole discretion. So how long is this going to last? This is slated to start the 24th of June. It's going to unfortunately continue until December 31st of 2020, with re-evaluations happening every 60 days. So the administration wanted to make it clear within the proclamation that there are certain proceedings that should not be impacted by this. If you are seeking refugee status, if you have an asylum claim, if you have a claim to withhold your removal, or if you have a claim for protection under the Convention of Torture, you should not be impacted by this. This is all very fresh, and we're dissecting what some things mean and what some things don't mean as time goes along. Hopefully, I was able to answer or to break this down and shed some kind of light on this. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out via email or call our office, and we would love to speak to you about how you may need to restructure your plans and what this might mean to you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.